What is up, you guys? Welcome to a day in the life of a mediocre reseller. Today actually started pretty early, about 4:30 in the morning. I decided to head to our local pickleball gym to get a couple games in. I didn't film me actually playing because I don't want any Olympic pickleball scouts to be flooding my inbox with invitations to play in the 2028 games, but I did do pretty well this morning, if I say so myself. After that, I decided to head to our local flea market. Even though it was Wednesday morning, I don't usually find a ton of stuff on Wednesdays, but it was really close to the pickleball gym, so I figured we give it a shot, see if we can find anything to flip.
How's it going?
Alright.
Cobra?
Yeah, these are high quality gloves, man. Top of the line, bags. Those are 15. And a family member had these, and they moved out. And I don't golf, so
yeah,
I'm unloading.
Head cover's falling apart.
I looked them up, and man, these are top shelf stuff.
I mean, links are pretty old.
Oh, really?
I mean, the putter's decent, and this driver's good. Everything else is fairly old.
Oh, is it older stuff? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's still playable.
Is it? Okay.
Would you sell the putter alone, or you want to sell the whole set?
I'm selling the whole thing, man. But you know, later on, I'll consider.
Okay.
If it doesn't move, and the bag is really good from what I know.
Yes, that's probably a pretty decent bag. What would you want on the whole set?
You know, I priced everything. I went through every one of these.
Mm-hmm.
The prices out about $400. And that's like 20, some of these go 22, 25, 30. One of these is 60. I think it may be this one. So anyhow, and this is not, I don't golf with, man. This is a fantastic bag.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get 200. And I'm negotiable on that, because then if you're an enthusiast, you golf. If you want to flip, that gives you plenty of flip room.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not.
Well, I'll pass at that price, but good luck. Maybe somebody will come along and snag it for you.
What do you think would be a good price for this set, though?
I mean, I play golf. Like I said, this you're probably right on this Cobra.
Yeah.
Like that one's probably worth 50 or 60.
Yeah.
This putter's probably worth 70 to 80.
Yeah.
Everything. The full set. The links are just kind of old.
Oh, are they? Okay.
It would be a good beginner set.
Okay. What would you give me on the ping then? Take a look at it. So I'll be wanting to break it up, because like I said, I'm not a golfer. I love Tiger Woods. I like watching on TV.
Yeah.
You got it.
I could probably do like 30 on this.
It's yours.
Is that good?
Yeah,
okay.
it's yours.
We'll do that.
I appreciate it, bro.
And folks, here's where the title of today's video comes into play: a mediocre reseller. I totally thought this putter was worth like 80 bucks plus shipping, but turns out it's only worth like $50, $55 plus shipping. So $30, way too much to pay for this putter to resell. I might just keep it for personal use, but either way, kind of messed up.
What you got on your hats?
$3.
3? Okay. And this bag here?
Give it 3.
3? Would you do 5 for both?
Yes.
This? Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. On the way to the bins, but I'm a little early, so I'm gonna stop off at a regular Goodwill here to see if we can find anything else interesting and profitable.
Over in the shoe section, I did find this pair of Allegrias, I never know how to pronounce those, but these are like a cool rainbow Mary Jane style. I think they're nursing shoes, maybe. $6.50 for those, maybe $25 or $30 plus shipping over on eBay. I also found this pair of Kizik shoes. These are like hands-free because the heel like collapses. Looks like we can get maybe $35 or so for those.
Got this really cool Patrick hat from SpongeBob. It's actually on a SpongeBob tag too. Snapback. Got a little bit of discoloration on the inside sweatband there, but other than that, it's good. Hats are only $1 at our Goodwill, so I'm definitely gonna grab that. Got another kind of interesting hat here, Southern Proper. I think it's like a Southern boutique brand. I've seen it around, but it's not super popular, but I think it's a cool like pattern, like kind of like a tropical thing. And again, hats are only $1, so I think that's worth it. I got a really cool hoodie here. This is from TPC Scottsdale, which is the golf course where they play the waste management tournament. Open, maybe? Waste Management Open? It's a size medium. It's got a little Waste Management Phoenix Open on there. I don't see any stains or anything. I do wish it was slightly larger, like maybe a large or extra large would be a little bit better, but I still think it's cool enough to grab. Hoodies are $5.75, and I think we can probably get about 20 for that. So I spent $20 total on all that stuff, and again, I think we can get about $20 just for the hoodie, and then everything else will be pure profit. I do think that Patrick's SpongeBob hat would be more appropriate for Whatnot instead of eBay, but everything else I'm going to list on our eBay store.
We've actually already sold that pair of Kizik shoes for $25 plus shipping to a repeat buyer over on eBay, and after fees, shipping, and cost of goods, we made $18.15. Quick interruption just to remind you guys, if you're having a good time, if you're enjoying today's video and you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this.
So usually when I'm driving, I like to listen to YouTube videos or podcasts or whatever, and over the last several years, honestly, like 4 or 5 years, one of my go-tos has been the Ramsey Show, Dave Ramsey and his team talking about all things debt and finance and all that stuff. It's just really interesting to me, and we actually used kind of a modified Dave Ramsey baby step system to get out of debt ourselves. I agree with Dave on a lot of things, but not everything. I do think he's a little too conservative.
Hey, listen, you live in your mother's basement. I don't care what you think.
I don't think his advice is bad. I just think it's, at some point you get to a point where you can afford to take a little bit more risk in life, and that's the only thing I disagree with him on. Like credit cards, you know, we have credit cards, we use them, but I also am aware that they can cause people a lot of issues too. I'm pretty sure that getting out of debt was probably like one of the top 3 best things Haley and I have ever done. It's just, you know, your life is just totally different. We don't have to worry about owing anybody money. So while we go into the Goodwill bins today on half price day, looking for more stuff to flip to make some money, let's talk about the sponsor of today's video, PDS Debt. So obviously getting into debt is the easy part. It's the getting out of debt is what people tend to struggle with. And if you are somebody that's going through a tough time with credit cards or personal loans, medical debt, maybe even some collections, you need to check out PDS Debt. PDS offers services to match you with debt solutions based on your specific financial situation. And as long as you have at least $10,000 in eligible debt, you are qualified for this program. There's no minimum credit score or anything like that required. For me personally, thinking back to when my debt was like at its worst, this is probably like 2013, 2014 or so, I had like 5 credit cards, 4 of them were maxed out. I had a car loan that I was upside down in. I owed more on the loan than the car was worth. And it was super stressful, just like trying to make the minimum payments on all these different accounts and not really seeing any progress towards any of them. It just felt like I was, you know, kind of spinning my wheels and I would just stay in this debt cycle forever.
PDS Debt also offers a 100% free debt analysis on their website. You can fill that out in about 30 seconds by going to pdsdebt.com/Harry, H-A-I-R-Y. Again, that's pdsdebt.com/Harry. Again, it takes 30 seconds. It's totally free, and it'll let you know if PDS has a solution that will work for you in your specific situation. Thanks again to PDS Debt for sponsoring today's video.
All right. You're good, you're good. It's hard to tell which bins are new and which bins are just like refilled from previous days. This one kind of looks like a refilled bin because there's a lot of like little junk in the top of it. I'll pass on that. That one also looks refilled. Over here we got a Jurassic Park shirt. Universal Studios size small. Grab that one. Oh gosh.
Somebody's gonna pass by it. Sorry.
Guess we're just not gonna go that way. It's kind of crazy in here all the time, but specifically on this half price day. You want him? There you go.
Thank you.
So the Ping 1 iron, Ping I2 1 iron. That's awesome. I was hoping there'd be a whole set of Pings in here, but I guess not. There's a Cleveland Dynamic 7 iron, CG7. too crazy in there, but I'll definitely get those two. It doesn't feel like there's a trombone in here. Oh, look at there.
It's in there?
It's in there. I'll get it. I don't know how to play trombone, but I'm gonna use it on Whatnot. I need to upgrade my horn. I think I'm done. There are a ton of people here. I've been through. On their website, Hulkin.com. It's kind of expensive, but it works really well for here.
Get what you pay for.
That's right. That's right. Yes, ma'am. See, I think I'm gonna head out.
Dang, Josh, you could have stayed at home.
I found 3 things, but they're good. They're good. It's worth it. She's delayed.
It took me a second to focus, by the way, that it was you.
Yeah, she was supposed to be back today, but she's coming back from a Honduras mission trip. She's had a delayed flight and a canceled flight, so she'll be home eventually.
Weather or anything, right?
No, just incompetence, I guess. Oh, here's some of those things. I was literally about to go check out. I found these the other day and I called them coasters, and a lot of you guys commented on the video and said that they are not coasters. They are whatever these things are. So I'm gonna get them. They're like little magnet tiles. I guess you can play with them. We'll get them. They are kind of heavy, but maybe I won't get the box. Maybe I'll just get the tiles. But I was saying that there's a lot of people here. It's very crowded and crazy. And it's been like 15 minutes since I've found anything. So I think I'm gonna go check out with all this stuff. Got my trombone, so excited to play that. Oh, look at a gumball machine. It looks gross and broken, but interesting. Okay, that was insanely hectic, but we spent a total of $9.55 on all that stuff. I have no idea how much the trombone is worth. I don't know anything about trombones, but I don't think they make trombones that sell for less than like $50, worst case scenario. So we'll see. Maybe it doesn't work. I don't know. We'll look at it closer when we get home. I do have 2 eBay orders going out today. We have to get packed up. The first one is this Vertex shooting range bag, VERTX. Haley found this at the Goodwill bins, probably paid like $3 for it, and it sold for 50 bucks. It's like a bag that you put like your gun and ammunition to take to the range. I almost kept it for personal use, but that was really nice. 3 into 50. And then the other item, I think maybe this, it's a pair of, yeah, Diane von Furstenberg women's pants. I don't remember what these sold for, but I think it was pretty good. So yeah, the bag sold for 50 plus shipping, and the pants sold for 28 plus shipping. So pants are super easy to ship. That's one of my favorite things about selling them. We just leave them in these clear plastic bags, and then we put them in a colored plastic bag. We went with purple. I don't know why. We've just been using purple for a while, and we've stuck with it. I'll add in a little thank you card. I don't know if it's necessary, but I think people appreciate it. And shipping on these is only $5.15. Not too bad. Oops. And then when it comes to shipping the gun bag, I'm actually just gonna double bag it in poly bags. I don't have a box this size. It's slightly too big to fit in a priority box, and it's probably gonna go ground advantage anyway. So I'm just gonna double bag it in these poly bags. They're like 18 by 24, and I think that'll be plenty safe. It's not fragile. It doesn't have any like rigidity that would, be damaged if this were to get crushed. So I think it's fine. This one's going to Kentucky, and it's only going to cost $7.43.
I did take a few minutes this afternoon to get some of this stuff listed on our eBay store. Like I said earlier, that pair of Kizik's has actually already sold, so that was awesome there. And I also sold this golf club that I'm listing here. It was a single Mizuno MP63 iron. I paid $15 for it at Play It Again Sports. I thought I could make money, but after fees, we only made like $8 or so. So fast forward a couple days, Haley is officially home from Honduras. But she has not seen the warehouse yet. All the clearing out of stuff I've done, as well as building the golf simulator. She knows that there's a golf simulator in there. We talked about it, but she doesn't know what it looks like or how big it is or where it is. Close your eyes. I'm so excited. Okay, come on in, but don't open your eyes yet. Just look down. Just keep looking down this way. Okay, and open your eyes.
Oh my God.
It's so much bigger than I was even expecting.
I know. That's why I didn't put it upstairs, because it's
What?
too tall. But it works. I moved all the eBay stuff over here next to the listing table.
How does Kim feel about this?
Kim loves it. She was in here playing today. She played 72 holes. I've already shanked a couple, and the net works. So then we have the part of the warehouse is for work, and then this corner is for my fun,
Break
our
time.
fun, and then that corner is for your fun, all your gym
Yeah,
stuff
I'll keep
over
that.
there.
I'll keep that corner.
Yeah, so we each get a little corner, separated by work in the middle. So she's not mad, folks. I think maybe some people thought it was like a total surprise, like I was just doing all this without talking to her about it, but we've been talking about this for a couple weeks. Actually, I've wanted one for like years, but actually when we first bought this house, we were talking about the warehouse, like, what if we put a golf simulator in here? She's like, no, it would never fit. And obviously, it fits. Do you want to hit some golf balls?
Yeah.
That was a pretty good swing. I might have been standing in front of the radar thing.
You might have.
For a minute. Look at there. Look at that. Right down the middle. It was very high because it was off that tee.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere.
That was straight though. Oh, I gotta show you this. We have our local golf course on it.
Oh, that's cool.
So now we can do like YouTube videos on the golf channel where we play like virtual golf and then real
Yeah.
golf and see which one's better. Hole number one.
That's cool. That's really cool.
So fast forward another 2 days, I think. This video was originally supposed to be a day in the life of a mediocre reseller, but it's actually more like a week at this point because I've filmed this video in so many different separate little segments here. But next stop is going to be a short whatnot show. We're going to sell everything on this table right here, most notably the Patrick hat, the Jurassic Park t-shirt, and the set of Magna tiles that we found in today's video. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. And here's the trombone that we picked up at the bins. The brand was Easter or E-Star, which is apparently a terrible terrible brand of trombone. This is like a super basic beginner trombone, so it's not worth much to begin with, but it's also broken. This little piece right here that connects there is like came unwelded, I guess, and it's not worth enough to try to fix it. So this was unfortunately something that we probably should have left at the bins, but you don't find trombones very often. Maybe we could finagle it a way to get it to work just so we can use it for a horn on whatnot, but we'll see. Probably shouldn't have bought it. E-Star ETB 330, not the trombone you want to look for if you're looking for valuable trombones. So that was a pretty fast show. Only took like maybe 25 minutes or so. We sold everything, added actually a couple extra items at the end. I think the Magna tile sold for $21. Very happy with that. Again, I think we paid maybe $4 or $5 at the bins. So that was awesome. The Jurassic Park t-shirt sold for $5, leaving us with like $4 after fees. Not a ton of money, but it was probably free at the bins. Like I doubt, you know, adding that to the scale when we weigh really changed the price. So if it cost anything, maybe a couple cents. And then what was the other thing? The Patrick hat. Patrick hat we sold for $8, and I think after fees, I wrote it all down over here. Patrick after fees we made $6.67. Jurassic Park after fees we made $4, and tiles after fees we made $18.09. So not too bad. So I'm going to round out today's video by sharing with you guys an idea of mine, an opinion, I guess, that may be controversial. I don't know. Feel free to disagree with me if you want. But and it's also not meant to be discouraging at all. I don't want to discourage anybody, but I don't want to lead people into something that they may regret later or maybe feel like they're, you know, in over their head with reselling. So the idea of reselling, like buying something low and selling it higher on the internet, that's definitely out there. The opportunity is real. Anybody in the United States can do it. Obviously, there are some areas of the U.S. where it's easier to do this, but pretty much everybody has the opportunity to go buy something low and sell it for profit and make some extra cash. Maybe you want to pay off debt, like we talked about earlier, you know, or just increase your lifestyle. I don't know, but that's definitely possible. But getting into it from like a full-time job perspective, like where this just selling stuff on eBay or whatnot, whatever, is the only thing you do for a full-time job, it's super difficult. Like it seems really simple when you look at it from a YouTube perspective like this, but when you get into that kind of level where you're making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month in profit after expenses, after shipping fees, after shipping supplies, after saving for taxes, both federal, state, and self-employment taxes, after covering your health insurance and all that stuff, like it takes a lot of revenue to cover those expenses and give you enough profit for it to be considered a full-time job. I can probably count on one hand how many people I know that are full-time resellers that do not have another source of income in their business. A lot of the full-time resellers I know either have a YouTube channel or
a podcast or something else that helps contribute money to the business. Because just selling stuff, while certainly possible, it's just difficult to make enough money to really, have a steady, successful, full-time income, in my opinion. Again, feel free to disagree with me, but most resellers that I know that are selling this type of stuff, like common flea market thrift store items, they might be making $1,000 a month, maybe $1,500 a month. If that's a full-time income for you, then awesome. Like, more power to you. I love it. But for most people in the country, that would not be enough money to qualify as a full-time income, especially when you count health insurance and all that stuff if you don't have a spouse that has it through their work. So just, if you want to get into reselling, again, I'm not discouraging you at all. I think it's great. I think everybody should get into it. There's plenty of junk out there that people are willing to sell for pennies on the dollar that you can take advantage of. But before you start thinking about quitting your job and going full-time on this, like, really tap the brakes and just maybe talk to other people that are doing it already and just really see what is ahead of you. Before Haley quit her job to join me full time, we actually talked to 4 or 5 different couples that were doing the YouTube and eBay thing full time for weeks. We interviewed all these different couples and just said, like, where were you when you decided to quit? What are some things you had lined up before you made that decision? All this stuff. So we really did our research before doing it, and it's worked out for us. So just don't get too excited. I know you find something at the thrift store or whatever for $5 and it's worth $100 and you get all excited. That's awesome. But maybe just keep it on a part-time basis. Just use that extra money to pay off debt or, pay for a little vacation or something. I think that's a great use of reselling. Reselling is a full-time job. Honestly, not something I would recommend. Honestly, I think that's my controversial opinion. I wouldn't recommend reselling as a full-time job. And again, if you disagree with me, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section down below. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Again, thanks to PDS Debt for sponsoring today's video. Go check them out if you are somebody that could benefit from something like that. But thank you guys again for watching. You're the best. We will catch you on the next one.